Zimbabwe's military is in control of the capital and the state broadcaster and holding President Robert Mugabe and his wife under house arrest in what appeared to be a coup against the 93-year-old Mugabe, the world's oldest head of state. The military was at pains, however, to emphasize it had not staged a military takeover, but was instead starting a process to restore Zimbabwe's democracy. Still, the military appeared to have brought an end to Mugabe's long, 37-year reign in what the army's supporters praised as a bloodless correction. South Africa and other Ivory countries were sending in leaders to negotiate with Mugabe and the generals to encourage the transition. South Africa's president says he hopes Zimbabwe's military will respect the constitution so the situation will not go beyond the situation where it is now. President Jacob Zuma addressed the nation on television not long after speaking with Mugabe. Zuma said Mugabe is fine but confined to his home after the army appeared to take control. Zuma says he hopes the situation in the neighboring country is going to be controlled. His office has said he is sending his defense and security ministers to meet with Mugabe and Zimbabwe's army. Citizens in Zimbabwe's tidy capital, Harare, contributed to the feeling of a smooth transition by carrying on with their daily lives, walking past the army's armored personnel carriers to go to work and to shops. Many who have never known any leader but Mugabe waited in long lines at banks to draw limited amounts of cash, a result of this once prosperous country's plummeting economy. Felix Tshisekedi, who sells mobile airtime vouchers in Harare, said he was following the developments on WhatsApp. But I am still in the dark about what is happening, he said. So far so good, we are going about our business without harassment. My plea is that whoever takes over should sort out the economy. We are tired of living like this. The series of whiplash events followed Mugabe's firing last week of his deputy, which appeared to position the First Lady, Grace Mugabe, to replace Emmerson Mnangagwa as one of the country's two vice presidents at a party conference next month. But the 52-year-old First Lady is unpopular among many Zimbabweans for her lavish spending on mansions, cars and jewels. Last month she went to court to sue a diamond dealer for not supplying her with a 100-carat diamond that she said she had paid for. Grace Mugabe has been known as the leader of the G40, a group of cabinet ministers and officials in their 40s and 50s who are too young to have fought in Zimbabwe's war to end white minority rule in Rhodesia. When Mnangagwa was fired, the generals and war veterans felt they were being sidelined and took action to stop that, analysts say. Mnangagwa's whereabouts were not clear yesterday. He fled the country last week, citing threats to him and his family. Critics of the government urged Mugabe to go quietly. The old man should be allowed to rest, former Zimbabwe finance minister and activist Tedai Biti told South African broadcaster ENCA. On Monday, the army commander made an unprecedented statement criticizing Mugabe for pushing aside veterans of the Liberation War.